Hello and welcome to my hobby bench once again. On the table I've got some of the parts to my Saito FA72A engine, and this is an engine that just received a new set of Boca bearings and it's ready to go. It just so happens to be the engine I got at the swap meet back in January, and it's the same engine that had the stripped out glow plug head or threads, and that a buddy of mine, Mike, put a helicoil in. So now it's got a new head helicoil installed. It's got new bearings in the crankshaft, or in the crankcase. Now what I want to do is I want to put the head back together, install the valves back into the head. But the reason I'm making this video is because this is really going to be the first time I actually, on video, use this latest valve holder removal and installation tool from that friend of mine, Bill. So what I want to do is I want to demonstrate using this, but I'm going to turn this camera off first and get this set up in my vise so I can set it up then, and then set my other camera up so that you can kind of get a better close-up to see this thing in action. So that's the purpose of this video. Let me set up this and my other camera and we'll get it done. Okay, I think I've got everything set up here, and I've got the best camera angles and zoom factors that I can to at least try to demonstrate this to the best of my ability. So I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to install the intake valve first, and maybe that's all I'll videotape. And the reason is because I found that using Bill's tool here, let me pull this up closer. If you look here at the top, obviously you've got fins here on this side, and on the inner portions you don't have any fins. And I think that's where this part is intended to go. So you can see here that it can go down there and fit in the head better than it would if you tried to do it this way. So, and when I go to do the exhaust valve, the rocker arm area is kind of in the way of the video. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to get my intake valve, put it on the end of my magnet, because that's always how I get these things in here. And I'll just stick it in the head like that, hold it in place, pull my magnet out, because otherwise that thing gets really difficult to hold in there. So here's the thing that's kind of tricky with this is you have to have all of these things stacked up on here, the spring and the retainer, and then you start, I kind of push it up here like this and just start screwing this thing up in here to hold the valve. And you have to kind of hold it at the angle at which the valve is going to be depressed in there. And it's really important that you get this thing lined up properly. So here I'm actually starting to depress the spring now, and you should be able to see that the top of the valve is coming out. And I found that you just kind of go until it stops, and now with just one of these small retainers, just kind of lay it on there like that, and it's in place. Maybe I can zoom in really high on that. And now I'm just going to remove pressure on it. And that is installed now. So now we've got our valve installed. I'm going to go ahead and just do this other one real quick anyway. Since I've got it set up and I've got video going, it's just that it's, I don't know, it's kind of difficult. I hope you can appreciate the effort that goes into setting up a short video like this that's for demonstration purposes, and it actually takes almost more time to set the video up than it does to actually do the application. So I've got that set up there. Now I just have to depress and put our retainer in. And release. And that's all there is to it. Both valves installed and ready to be reassembled.